Comrades, good night, my good people. Comrades, let me hear you. All right then. My uncle has always been a well-respected man within the community, especially among the youths. Growing up, I have always seen him involved in the community, helping others, mentoring the young men and women in the area. He is the kind of person who would call a youth aside when he sees them going along a wrong path, scold them, teach them, and encourage them to do better. He always believes that there is good in everyone, and we all can achieve great things once given the opportunity to and placed in the right environment. I am very proud of my uncle for taking this step. He is very determined and devoted to community building, sports, and youth development. He has been a leader in sports for many years, both in Sandy Point and on the national level. He has been a part of several sports organizations and have led many teams, academically and socially, into victory. His leadership skills were also recognized when he was in Cuba, in the way that he stood up for his fellow students, and it was because of this natural impulse to fight for the betterment of others and the many things he has accomplished as a student advocate that the government approached him to be the ambassador to Cuba back in 2014. My uncle is a man of action. Our constituency will be blessed to have my uncle as the next representative because he will never turn his back on his constituency. He is committed to improving our constituency, especially the less fortunate, because he knows what it's like to come from a humble beginning and has never been ashamed of it, and has made it his mission to guide and mentor many persons to achieve better and give back to their community. Vote Kenneth Kenny Douglas because he is a man of the people who has made people his priority. Better with labor is the way to go. Uncle Kenny, I know you will do an excellent job as the next parliamentary representative for constituency number 5. Sandy Point, Fig Tree, and La Valley will thrive under your leadership. I thank you.
Labor massive! Let me see you raise all them beautiful hands, people. Good night, comrades, new and old, some secretive, some bold. It is my pleasure to be here with you tonight to endorse a man whom all of us know very well. A man whose reputation for being a community leader in the area of sports is unchallenged. A man who has dedicated many years to serving not only the young people of Sandy Point, but his country as well as an ambassador to Cuba. Labor comrades, can I get a round of applause for Mr. Kenny Douglas? We know Kenny is a good man, dedicated to his community. But some may ask, what makes Kenny a good candidate? Why him? What does a sportsman know about politics and leadership? Well, I would tell them that Kenny is just what our constituency needs. Sandy Point can be likened to a child who has lost his way, confused without any real direction or plan for the future. Look around. Our beloved SP, where the best be, is run down. I'm told St. Paul's is SP too. But we're talking about SP, where the best be. Right? But as we look around, we see that our beloved town is run down and in need of revitalization. And just as a lost child can benefit from the stabilizing influence of sports, so too can our leaders benefit from some of the principles that many athletes employ to attain success. Allow me to break it down so that it might be easily digested by all. Now, athletics may be considered one of the greatest character building activities for children and young adults, aka future leaders. One, it builds discipline as athletes learn to take responsibility and to hold themselves accountable for their actions. They experience success and failure and learn how their actions contribute to one or the other. We need more responsible leaders who work in the interest of the country and not just themselves, and who are able to hold themselves accountable for their own actions or failures. Two, it builds communication and collaborative skills. Athletes learn early on the importance of being a team player. Haven't we seen firsthand what a selfish leader who is incapable of collaborating with his fellow cabinet members can do to a country? How it rips ministries apart and stagnates the progress of the country? When our leaders don't know how to get along, guess what? We suffer. Three, it builds an amazing work ethic. We don't want no lazy leaders. Athletes often have to sacrifice and work harder than most to achieve their goals, often pushing their bodies literally to the limits, giving their blood, sweat, and tears for their sport. So I tell you, this is the kind of work ethic and passion we need in a minister. Someone who will ride or die. Someone who will stand firm and fight for our people. Not someone who will run away and say his hands are tied. We need dedicated leaders who have courage to stand for the people. So you see, a sportsman is just what we need in constituency number 5. We need a dedicated, responsible, and hard-working representative to ensure that Sandy Point gets what it deserves. Kenny is a sportsman who will deliver. But we cannot just stay on the sidelines. We have to show up and show out and make sure we give him the chance. We cannot afford to be left out for another 5 years. We have too much talent, too much history, and too much to offer to be shelved for another term. Choose Kenny. So when you say SP where the best be, we can say it and really mean it. Thank you.